Most KDP books never sell a single copy. Not 2, not 5, 0. And the authors have no idea why. It is not your writing, and it is also not bad luck. It is 5 specific fixable mistakes that almost every beginner makes. But here is the thing, if you fix even 3 of them, you are already ahead of 90% of the people publishing on KDP right now. Let me be real with you for a second. Most people think KDP fails them because the market is saturated. Too much competition, too many books, and that is not the real reason. The real reason is that most authors skip the basics. They publish blind, hope Amazon does the work, and then wonder why nothing happens. I have been deep inside the KDP data, and I have tested what works and what kills a book before it even gets a chance. And in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 mistakes that are silently destroying your sales and exactly how to fix each one. Let us get into it. Here is something most people get backwards. You can have the wrong cover, bad keywords, or a weak description. But if you pick a niche with real demand, you will still make some sales. And flip it around though, the best cover in the world cannot save a book that nobody's searching for. The niche is the foundation, and most beginners choose it for the wrong reason. They pick what they love, what they are interested in, and what feels fun to write. And I get it, but Amazon does not care what you love. The market only rewards what people are already searching for. And the other trap, going into a niche that is completely oversaturated. Think of it like gratitude journal or aligned notebooks, thousands of books, thousands of reviews. You are invisible here. So here is what you do instead. Before you write a single page, validate the niche first. You are looking for a sweet spot. Books with BSR under 50,000, that means they are selling, but fewer than a couple of hundred reviews. That means there is still room to compete. So what's the solution? Let me show you how I do this live. I'm opening Publbee right now, specifically the Niche Scout and the Book Inspector. All right, let's get right into the tools that I want to show you. The first tool is the Niche Scout, and this one allows you to search for specific niches. You have all these filter parameters. The first one is you can choose between 10 different marketplaces. And you also can choose between books and audiobooks. You can search for specific keywords. You can select your target category. And the best part is you can select the range of your reviews and also for your BSRs. We said that we want to be lower than, let's say 200, and the BSR lower than 50,000. And then if you select the category, for example, click search niches, this will search in our database for the books that we have for your filters. As you see here, we have returned you all the books that we have in our database. On the top, we have some matrices. The first one is the average price for this niche. Then also the price trend, if it decreased or increased in the last 30 days, and also the average reviews and the average rating here. It is very helpful, and you can search for hundreds of niches in a couple of seconds. If you found a book, for example, let's say the first one here, you can take the BSR of this book and then go to the Book Inspector, add the ASIN, and then click search. This will give you all the data you need from this book, all the categories, the price, the estimated sales per day, the estimated royalties per day, also the price history and the BSR history. So this will allow you to research your competitors. That is the niche research process. Simple, fast, and it saves you weeks of wasted writing time. Say you found a solid niche. Demand is there, competition is manageable, but your cover looks like it was made in 5 minutes. And that is mistake number 2. And it is killing more books than you think. Think of Amazon like a supermarket. When you walk down an aisle, the first thing that grabs you is the packaging. Not the ingredients, not the brand story. The packaging. Amazon works the same way. And on mobile, which is where most people are shopping, your cover is tiny. It is thumbnail size, barely bigger than your thumb. And a bad cover does not just look bad, it disappears. Here's the problem. Most authors are too close to their own book. You have been staring at it for weeks maybe. You have adjusted the font 17 times. You think it looks great, but here is a fast, honest test. Show your book cover to someone for exactly 3 seconds. Then ask them 2 questions. What genre is this? Can you read the title? If they hesitate, your cover is failing. And the fix is not complicated. Your cover needs to be genre correct. The moment someone sees it, they should know exactly what they are getting. And the title must be readable at thumbnail size. Okay, let me show you the Publbee cover generator. It is the fastest way to get a professional, genre correct cover without hiring a real designer. Alright, the next tool that I want to show you is the book cover generator. And this is a very powerful tool. With this, you can create your full cover with front, spine, and back in 2 minutes. So you open the cover generator, then select the binding type, the interior type, the paper type, and the trim size, and also type in the page count here. For our purposes, let's take this book, for example. This is a very popular book for kids. Select the title and also the name of the author. The subtitle is optional. And let's see the pages, 144 pages for this book, and the dimensions 6x9. Then the book description, that's this back part, the text that comes on back of the cover. For this, let's take the description on Amazon, and we also have to give the color scheme. The book was in, I think it was yellowish. If you click on the colors here, the color picker will open. It can happen that you don't see it because of the video, but if you use the tool, you will see it. Then you can choose a color. For this book, I think this color is good. Then a red color. Yes, a little bit darker here. This and white. Okay, now comes the most important part, the design preferences. You can either pick here single keywords, or if you have an idea in your mind, you can describe it in full detail. But in our case, I will say illustrated, then fantasy, simple, kids, let's say use kids, then happy face. Okay, and if you're done, click on generate cover. This will take up to 1 to 2 minutes and finished. The front cover looks very, very good in my opinion. We also have the back part, the blurb text, and as you see here, the spine text is a little bit too much, so therefore I have removed some part of the title so it fits into the spine, and the result is great in my opinion. The part here will be cut off from Amazon, and then your book is ready. You can upload it on Amazon as is. We calculate the dimensions, and if you don't like the colors of the back or of the spine, you can also change the color here and also change the text color. It is very easy with this tool to create your cover in 2 minutes and upload it on Amazon without paying hundreds of dollars for designers. Yeah, a great cover does not guarantee sales, but a bad cover guarantees you lose them. So make sure your cover is on point. Solid niche, clean cover, you feel good and you hit publish. And then silence, because Amazon cannot find your book. That is mistake number 3. Keywords are the address of your book. Without the right ones, Amazon literally does not know who to show it to. The most common mistake here is using keywords that are way too broad. Words like journal or notebook or book. You're not competing with 100 books there. You're competing with hundreds of thousands of them. And this is the third mistake, guessing. Typing in words that feel right without checking if anyone is actually searching for them. And KDP gives you 7 backend keyword slots. Most beginners either leave them completely empty or fill them with the first thing that comes to their mind. And that is 7 missed opportunities every single time. Here is what actually works. Long tail keywords, specific phrases, not like journal. Try something like mother-son memory journal gifts. That phrase has intent behind it. Someone searching for that knows exactly what they want, and there are fewer books competing for it. Let me show you how to find these keywords properly using the Publbee keyword research tool. Alright, our next tool is the keyword research tool, and this is very powerful as well. You can research your keywords and also the data behind the keywords. It is very easy to use. You come here and type in your keyword, let's say notebooks. Then we will collect all the keywords that we have in our database and give you recommendations based on this initial keyword. You also can select between 10 different marketplaces, for example, in the German marketplace or in the Spanish marketplace. Then you can also use German keywords or Spanish keywords. And here, as you see, we have 3,389 keywords found. And for each keyword, you can also analyze the data. If you click on load keyword data here, let's close the sidebar so you can see it better. We will analyze the keyword data for you. For example, for the notebooks keyword, we see that the opportunity score is very high, but the difficulty level is hard. So therefore, it has opportunity, but to compete against other offers, it will be hard for you. Therefore, I would not use this keyword. But in the other hand, this one, bulk journals for students, for example, this one is a good keyword. The opportunity score is high and the difficulty level is medium. Easy would be better, but in this case, it's okay and you can use it. You also have the search volume here, how many times this keyword is searched per month, and the average sales per day, the average reviews, average price, all the data you need to analyze your keywords. We also have one other keyword tool, that's the reverse keyword tool. And with this tool, you can analyze your competitors' keywords, what they use, and maybe you can also select one or two of their keywords. The way it works is you enter the ASIN of your competitor, then click analyze, and this will analyze all the keywords that your competitors use. All right, we have found 143 keywords. Here you can also analyze the keywords if you want. You can copy or you can export it as CSV or Excel. Remember, keywords are not glamorous, but they are the difference between being found and being invisible. Alright, niche validated, cover is solid, and keywords are dialed in. You hit publish now, and you think, okay, now I just wait. That thinking, that is mistake number 4, and it is probably the most dangerous mindset in all of KDP. Here is a belief that a lot of people still hold onto. I publish the book, and Amazon does the rest of the work. That might have worked in maybe 2018. Doesn't work in 2026. When you publish a new book, Amazon gives it a short boost, a small window where it gets a little extra visibility. If nothing happens during that window, no sales, no clicks, no momentum. The algorithm pulls back. Your book sinks, and it is very hard to bring it back up. KDP in 2026 is not a passive income machine. It is a real business and it requires a real launch. I am not saying you need a massive marketing budget. The bar is actually quite low, but you have to clear it. The first 2 weeks of the publishing are everything. 3 things every offer should do minimum. One is lower your price slightly at launch. A lower price barrier means more early buyers. 2, start Amazon ads immediately. Even a small daily budget gets the algorithm moving. And 3, actively collect reviews. We will talk about that in a second. A small amount of intentional effort in that launch window makes a massive difference. The offers who get traction are not the ones with the best books. They are the ones who treat the launch like it matters, because it does. That brings us to mistake 5, and this one is deeply psychological. It is the reason people add something to their cart and then close the tab. Quick question. You're looking for a restaurant in a city you have never been to. You pull up 2 options. One has 40 reviews and a 4.5 rating. The other has 0 reviews. Which one do you pick? Nobody picks the one with 0 reviews, right? That is exactly how buyers feel when they land on your book page. Reviews are the strongest form of social proof on Amazon. They tell the buyer other people took a chance on this. It was worth it. But most offers just wait. They publish and they hope reviews come in naturally. They do not. Not at the start. And Amazon's algorithm actively favors book with more and better reviews. So waiting passively is not just slow, it is actively hurting you. Here is your target. 10 to 15 reviews at launch. That number alone puts you ahead of most new books on the platform. And you do not get there by waiting. You get there by organizing it. Reach out to people in your network. Use, for example, ARC reader programs. Be proactive. The Publbee Review Center makes this process fast and simple. So let me show you. All right, the last tool that I want to show you is the Review Center. And in my opinion, it's one of the most important tools that we have, and it is completely for free. The way it works is we have the quest board. The quest board is a main area where we show your books, and other reviewers can come here and select a book from the quest board if they like it, then read the book and give you a review. The way it works is each book here listed on the quest board has a time period that they are shown to other reviewers. If this time period is over, then they will be removed. And you can add your books here, for example, or your quests you will see here. and also your claimed quest. If it's rejected or if you gave a review or whatever, you have also your weekly limits. You can only have 2 active quests at a time, and you can give only 6 reviews per week to other books. This is because we want to make sure that you will not be punished from Amazon, so therefore we have set strong limits here. We have 3 different quest types: standard quest, the verified purchase quest, and the Kindle Unlimited quests. The difference between these types is with the standard quest, you can download the PDF from our tool and then read it and give on Amazon the review. But be assured that the verified purchase tag on Amazon will not be applied to your reviews if you select the standard or the Kindle Unlimited type. But with the verified purchase, you have to first purchase the book, then give the review. That's the difference between the 3 types. Yeah, 10 to 15 reviews, that is the line. Cross it before or right at launch. Let us bring it all together. Mistake 1 was choosing a niche nobody wants, or one so crowded you never get seen. Mistake 2 was a cover that fails the 3-second test. And mistake 3, keywords that are too broad or completely made up. Mistake 4 was publishing and doing nothing, letting the launch window close with 0 momentum. And the last mistake was expecting reviews to come on their own. Most offers make all 5 of these, every single one. But if you fix even 3, you are already further along than the majority of people publishing on KDP right now. That is not an exaggeration. That is just how low the bar is. And if you want to put all of this into practice, go check out Publbee. It has the tools I showed you today: Niche Scout, Cover Generator, Keyword Research, the Review Center, all in one place. And we have also a 7-day free trial and a 10% off your first month if you use our link in the description. I have also good news. Our Review Center, in my opinion, the most important tool, is completely for free. You can use it, you can exchange reviews, and the best part, it is not against Amazon laws. So check it out. And if you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe me, and also like and comment if you have any questions or if you had any experience with one of these mistakes. Comment it below. I will read every single one. See you in the next one.